Man United Live updates all the very latest news, gossip and rumours. Friday, January 19. Messi blocks Umtiti exit 19.35. Barcelona star Lionel Messi is urging the club to give Samuel Umtiti a new contract amid reported interest from Manchester United. The Old Trafford club have reportedly been weighing up whether to activate the France international's £53 million release clause. In the current market it would represent good value for such a young and high-profile player. But according to Spanish outlet Don Balón, Lionel Messi has stepped in to prevent the 24-year-old from leaving. The report says Messi has been in contact with the Barca hierarchy and urged them to renew Umtiti's contract following new deals for Gerard Piqué and Sergi Roberto. Mkhitaryan in tears. 1720. Henrik Mkhitaryan reportedly cried after saying goodbye to his Manchester United teammates today. The player is expected to join Arsenal, with Alexis Sanchez moving to Old Trafford as his replacement. And the Daily Mail, citing a source, said, "It was very tearful. Henrik has been a very popular figure here at United. We know he isn't too happy at the way this deal has been forced upon him. He realizes he has more chance of playing at Arsenal, but he would have preferred to leave on his own terms." Man United's big Sanchez hope. 1545. Manchester United hope Alexis Sanchez turns out like Roger Federer and Cristiano Ronaldo. The men say the Red Devils are undeterred about the fact he turns 30 in December, and they hope he stays at the top for as long as Federer and Ronaldo. Guardiola congratulates Sanchez. 1510. Pep Guardiola has congratulated Alexis Sanchez on his impending move to Manchester United. "I'm not the guy with the mathematics, with the numbers. What I know right now is that he is still an Arsenal player," the Manchester City boss said. "I think he is going to United, so congratulations to both of them. At the end, the players, when they have contenders, they decide where they want to play. The managers' agents decide where they want to play. They decide that. Good luck to them. My opinion on Alexis remains the same. It was a pleasure to be with him at Barcelona. He was going to decide to move on to another club, so I wish him all the best." Sanchez in Arsenal training. 1420. Alexis Sanchez has been pictured training with his Arsenal teammates as his move to Manchester United stalled. Sanchez trained with the reserves yesterday but appeared in combative mood as the players prepared for tomorrow's clash with Crystal Palace. The 29-year-old was also pictured talking to Mesut Ozil and Arsenal boss Arsene Wenger. Mourinho frustrated. 13.40. Jose Mourinho admits he doesn't know where the Alexis Sanchez's deal is. "I don't know why it hasn't happened," he said. "My involvement in the situation is just to say that I like him as a player. There is nothing new. Everybody knows that we are there, especially when the Arsenal manager speaks so clearly about Sanchez like he did. There is no point in trying to hide anything, but he's an Arsenal player. I will speak with you if one day we sign him, about what he can bring to the team, but at the moment there is no point because he is still an Arsenal player." Getty. Alexis Sanchez is still to complete his move to Manchester United. 1300. Henrik Mkhitaryan has struggled to make the grade at Manchester United because he can't handle the pressure of playing for a huge club, says Sky Sports pundit Charlie Nicholas. Nicholas says he is similar to previous Arsenal players Alexander Hleb and Andrei Arshavin, who were both key figures in the national team but never reached their full potential in England. "If you don't handle the situation at Manchester United, then there's a question mark over you for me," he told Sky Sports. "I just think the club is so enormous that it swallowed him up." He reminds of Alexander Hleb, or even Andrei Arshavin. "They have talent and are superstars in their own country, but they can't really handle the pressure." Sanchez. Mkhitaryan hold up. 12.10. Alexis Sanchez and Henrik Mkhitaryan's moves to Manchester United and Arsenal may be being held up by the respective agents Fernando Filisovic and Mino Raiola. Sky Sports transfer specialist Brian Swanson explained on Twitter, agreement still yet to be reached involving all parties in Alexis Sanchez, Henrik Mkhitaryan deal, including some representatives, he wrote on Twitter. He also suggested Arsenal are still looking to sign Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang from Borussia Dortmund as Sanchez replacement. Arsenal discussing Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, he added. Mkhitaryan at Carrington. 11.30. Henrik Mkhitaryan has arrived at Manchester United's training ground as his transfer to Arsenal moves closer. Mkhitaryan is set to join Arsenal as part of the Alexis Sanchez deal. The Armenia star has held talks with Arsenal and is expected to complete his move today. Sanchez is closing in on his move to Manchester United after signing off on a 4.5-year deal at Old Trafford. But Mkhitaryan has arrived at Carrington to report for training today. He came in through the front entrance, which is unusual for players, with Paul Pogba, Zlatan Ibrahimovic and co favouring the back way in. It is not clear yet if Mkhitaryan will take part in training this afternoon or if he is there to say his goodbyes and collect his things ahead of the move. Sky Sports' Henrik Mkhitaryan arrives at Carrington ahead of his move to Arsenal. Mourinho considered demand to Woodward. 10-16. Jose Mourinho had considered asking Executive Vice Chairman Ed Woodward to go ahead with a deal for Alexis Sanchez even if Henrik Mkhitaryan could not agree a move. But the Manchester United boss is reluctant to antagonize Mino Raiola, who also represents Paul Pogba, Romelu Lukaku and Zlatan Ibrahimovic. And that's why the club have decided to give super agent Raiola every chance to secure Mkhitaryan's move to Arsenal. Arsenal boss Arsene Wenger is convinced Sanchez's move to Old Trafford is reaching a critical stage, saying yesterday, "It's the deadline now, in the next 24 to 48 hours this will happen, or not." 10.05 Manchester United signing of Alexis Sanchez spells the end for Cristiano Ronaldo's hopes of an Old Trafford return. Sanchez is closing in on a move to Manchester United in a deal which could be completed today. United launched the move for Sanchez last week and expect to make him their new number 7, and that spells the end for Ronaldo. Ronaldo had hoped to seal an emotional return to Manchester after growing frustrated at Real Madrid. Ronaldo feels Madrid have betrayed him over a new contract and is concerned over the form this season. And Marca report that a deal for Sanchez to join United would mean Ronaldo's dream is over. Merson hails Mkhitaryan. 8:55. Paul Merson has hailed Henrik Mkhitaryan and thinks Arsenal are getting a great deal. The Armenia star is heading to Arsenal as part of the deal to see Alexis Sanchez join Manchester United. And Merson thinks he'll be a success at the Emirates. Speaking on the debate on Sky Sports Premier League, Merson said, "I'm a big fan of Mkhitaryan. I watched him at Dortmund, where he was voted player of the season and scored plenty of goals. He has lost his way at Manchester United, but if Arsenal get him, with the way they play and the way Arsene Wenger is going forward with attacking players, I think he will be a sensation. He is a great signing for Arsenal if they get him." Sanchez is top drawer, but to get that kind of quality in January is very rare. Mkhitaryan is one of the best in the Premier League. Any offensive player going to Arsenal under Arsene Wenger is a good move. Sanchez deadline 7 o'clock. Manchester United need to have Alexis Sanchez registered by noon today for him to play against Burnley this weekend. Manchester United face Burnley at 3 p.m. tomorrow and are hoping to have their new number 7 on board. But the cut-off for new players is 12 a.m. so they're cutting it fine. Sanchez has agreed a deal, and Adidas are even selling shirts with his name and number on the back, but the deal is yet to go through. Thursday, January 18, 2018. Ronaldo will not cope with Premier League. 6 o'clock. Manchester United have been linked with a sensational £352 million move for Cristiano Ronaldo in the summer, but Paul Merson doesn't want to see him back in the Premier League. United are supposedly willing to take advantage of Ronaldo's current situation by bringing him back to Old Trafford 9 years after leaving the club. However, Arsenal legend Merson believes it would be a smart move for the 32-year-old. "You're talking about one of the best players," Merson told Sky Sports The Debate Show. "I got a lasting memory of him as an unbelievable player. I would like him to come back here and struggle, and he could." Alexis Sanchez complained. 5 o'clock. Burnley boss Sean Dyche thinks Alexis Sanchez move to Manchester United will hurt his side. The Clarets entertain United tomorrow 3 p.m, and should Sanchez today, he could make his debut for the Red Devils. And Dyche thinks Sanchez's deal could impact on his side being able to carry out the deals they wish to in the future. He said, "It creates a tougher challenge because every time one of the superpowers spends enormous money on a player, the drip feeds down the market, so every player you then phone about has miraculously gone considerably up in value because they'll say, well, if he's worth it, our players must be somewhere near as good as that, so where does the next move from us come from? Where's the next valuation on one of our players or one of our target?" Show Bayern Munich kick-started Sanchez transfer saga. 3:50. Alexis Sanchez is on the verge of completing a move to Manchester United, but Bayern Munich were reportedly the team that made the forward-thinker's time at the Emirates was up. That's according to the Daily Star, who claim Sanchez had verbally agreed and virtually shook hands with Arsène Wenger on a new deal only a year ago. The Chile international has cut an unhappy figure at Arsenal ever since the tail end of last season as his side failed to finish in the top four. But at this time last year, everything seemed to be going well for the Gunners in the league as they sat second in the table. However, the season soon unraveled after the demoralizing 5-1 defeat to Bayern Munich in the round of 16 first leg. And the Daily Star claim it was after that result when Sanchez re-evaluated his situation at the Emirates and decided it was time to move on. Paul Merson on Alexis Sanchez 2 o'clock. Alexis Sanchez' prospective switch from Arsenal to Manchester United is more to do with playing time over money, according to Paul Merson. Sanchez could sign for Manchester United in the next 24 hours, while Mkhitaryan could head to the Emirates as part of the swap deal. However, Merson thinks playing time rather than money might have pushed Sanchez more to United than City. You don't know what the Sanchez deal is all about at the end. Has he got more money here? Merson told Sky Sports The Debate he might want to play and he probably thinks him going to play at Man United. Will I play at City? Sanchez moved to followed by Diarra approach 1 o'clock. Manchester United have made an approach to sign current free agent Lassana Diarra, but the midfielder favours a move to Paris Saint-Germain, according to reports. United are hoping to seal a deal to sign Alexis Sanchez in the coming days and want the move completed in time for Saturday's clash against Burnley. Mkhitaryan is expected to be included in the move by heading in the opposite direction, although personal terms are yet to be agreed. That would potentially leave a spot in United's midfield with Jose Mourinho keen to splash the cash in the final 2 weeks of the transfer window. And reports suggest the Portuguese coach could turn his attention to Diarra, who is expected to leave Al Jazeera club in the UAE this month. However, Le Parisien claim the former Chelsea and Real Madrid ace favours a move to League One giants PSG. Getty. Manchester United have made an approach for Lassana Diarra Thursday, January 18. Alexis Sanchez humiliation 23:30. Alexis Sanchez was reportedly told by Arsène Wenger to train with the Arsenal youth team. Sanchez is expected to join Manchester United by the weekend, after being left out of the matchday squad for the 2-1 defeat to Bournemouth last Sunday. The Chilean is likely to leave the Gunners. And according to The Sun, Wenger has become so fed up with Sanchez that he has excluded him from the first team setup. Rivals would prefer Alexis join City 21:45. Manchester United's rivals for the Premier League top four will not want the Red Devils to sign Arsenal star Alexis Sanchez, according to Tim Sherwood. Chile international Sanchez is set to earn a staggering £500,000 a week when he signs a 3.5-year deal at United. Sherwood says he is surprised at the amount Sanchez will get paid but admits it is part of modern football. And he reckons the likes of Chelsea, Liverpool and Tottenham would have preferred 28-year-old joined Manchester City as they are not a direct rival for the Champions League qualification places. It's the way the game is, but yeah, it always surprises me, Sherwood said on TalkSport of Sanchez's proposed wages. It's a massive amount of money. He's a good player. I think it's bad news for every other team who are trying to chase the top four when he goes to Man United over City. I think it would have been a relief to everyone if he went to City. If he goes to Man United, he's going to make them better. Gareth Bale. Truth 2100. Gareth Bale's camp have no desire to see the player leave Real Madrid, according to Guillem Balaguer. Manchester United have been long-term admirers of the Welshman, though a shock swoop has been suggested for the 28-year-old. La Liga expert Balaguer thinks otherwise. Gareth Bale is somebody now that just needs to be continuously playing, Balaguer told Sky Sports News. But, of course, that is not guaranteed for as long as we don't see a Gareth Bale with the same kind of stats we have seen in previous years. There will be a lot of rumours suggesting Real Madrid want to let him go. He wants to go. What I'm getting from his entourage is that there is no intention for Gareth Bale to leave Real Madrid. Thursday, January 18, 2018. Is this how Manchester United could look with Alexis Sanchez? 2030. Lionel Messi has demanded that Alex Vidal be axed after Barcelona suffered their first defeat of the season against Espanyol last night, according to reports. Spanish outlet Diario Gol claim Messi, who missed a penalty during the loss, wants Vidal sold because he doesn't combine well with his teammates nor create any chances for the attacking players. The report adds that boss Valverde is also not keen on utilizing the Spaniard, especially as he failed to perform during a rare start. The news could start a bidding war between Manchester United, Liverpool and Arsenal, who've all been linked with 28-year-old in recent weeks. Sanchez to undergo medical in next few hours. 1945. Alexis Sanchez is expected to undergo his medical with Manchester United this evening, it has been claimed by a Spanish journalist. Alexis Sanchez is on the brink of a move to Manchester United and is tipped to undergo a medical this evening. That's according to Spanish reporter Jose Alvarez, who has claimed the Chile international is expected at Carrington in the next few hours. The Chilean will travel to Manchester in the next few hours for the medical examination, he wrote on Twitter. Sanchez leak. 1915. A football agent has appeared to leak news of an Arsenal transfer deal. Muzzy Ozcan describes himself as a successful football agent who has worked with the likes of Olivier Giroud and Emre Mor. Ozcan seems to be close to Arsenal's new head of recruitment Sven Mislintat and appeared to send a public Twitter message to that effect tonight. The post, sent to his 45,000 followers, read, "It's done, well done Sven. Congratulations to Arsenal. See you soon bro in London. Now it's time to show hospitality while in London." The tweet sent Arsenal fans crazy as they bombarded Ozcan with posts demanding more information. And Ozcan reacted by rushing to delete his post amid some transfer uncertainty. United want Sanchez signing tonight. 1900. Manchester United are hopeful of completing Alexis Sanchez switch from Arsenal tonight so he can play against Burnley at the weekend, reports say. Manchester United travel to Turf Moor aiming to put more pressure on Manchester City in the race for the Premier League title. City's shock 4-3 defeat to Liverpool last weekend has given Jose Mourinho's side a small glimmer of hope of title glory. And the Manchester Evening News say the Red Devils want Sanchez deal finalised tonight so he can make his debut on Saturday. Twitter. Sven Mislintat is Arsenal's new transfer chief. 1845. Juventus have suggested they could be powerless to keep Paulo Dybala if he requests a summer transfer. Paulo Dybala has been tipped to leave Juventus in the summer, with Manchester United hot on the striker's heels. The Daily Star claimed last month Jose Mourinho is confident of completing a £60 million deal for the Argentina international. Juventus chief Giuseppe Marotta has since responded to the speculation and claimed the Italian side intend to keep hold of the 24-year-old. However, he has admitted the Serie A champions would have to consider the possibility of selling Dybala if he requests a transfer. "He is a very strong player that we rely on a lot," Marotta told Sky Italia. "Dybala will undoubtedly remain at Juve because we do not need to sell anyone, unless the same player asks." Sanchez axed from training. 1815. Alexis Sanchez was sensationally axed from first-team training at Arsenal this morning ahead of his impending move to Manchester United, reports claim. The Chilean reported to training as usual at London Konya this morning and was pictured leaving in his car after the session. But the Daily Mail claim he did not train with Arsene Wenger and the first team and was made to train with the development side ahead of Saturday's clash with Crystal Palace. They say it's the clearest indication yet Sanchez is set to join Manchester United with his move imminent. De Gea sinks Real Madrid transfer. 1730. David De Gea has reportedly told Manchester United he has no intention of joining Real Madrid, reports claim. Manchester United are determined to tie De Gea down to a new contract despite the Spain international remaining on Real Madrid's radar. The La Liga giants missed out on signing him 3 years ago because of a faulty fax machine, but Los Blancos' interest remains high despite that failure. Real are expected to sign 1 or 2 goalkeepers at the end of the current campaign, with Keylor Navas and Kiko Casilla set to be shown the door. But the Daily Mail say De Gea has no intention of joining Real Madrid, and has told Manchester United as much. Gettyman United reportedly want to sign Jean-Michel Seri. 1650. Manchester United want to sign Arsenal star Alexis Sanchez because of Antoine Griezmann's failure to move to Old Trafford, reports claim. The France international looked set to join Jose Mourinho's side last summer, but the Frenchman decided to sign a new contract with Atletico Madrid instead. The Manchester Evening News now claimed that snub made Vice-Chairman Ed Woodward keen for Sanchez, 29, to be the club's marquee arrival and talisman. He supposedly feels that, despite the fact the deal could cost an eye-watering £180 million, United will make it back in shirt sales. The Red Devils have earmarked Sanchez as the next number 7, with the famous jersey set to finally be filled after Memphis Depay's move to Lyon 12 months ago. Serie transfer latest 1600, Manchester United, Liverpool, Chelsea and City are all battling to sign Jean-Michel Serie from Nice. At least that is what the Mirror claimed this afternoon. Serie, a target of Barcelona last summer, has impressed in League One. He has a £35 million release clause and the Premier League quartet are all supposedly chasing him. The report claims United are leading the way for the Ivory Coast international. The 26-year-old supposedly wants a move to the Premier League. Mkhitaryan prediction 1530. Henrik Mkhitaryan has been tipped to excel at Arsenal by club legend Martin Keown. Keown told the Daily Mail he will be a better player at Arsenal than he has been at Manchester United. Mkhitaryan needs to be nurtured and cared for. When I watched United recently, there were two players who were clearly not thriving, Luke Shaw and Mkhitaryan. You could see in Mkhitaryan's body language that there was a fear in his play. Every time he got something wrong you could see Jose Mourinho bristling on the sidelines. If Mourinho does not think that his players are unaware of what he is doing on the touchline, then he should not be in management. Do not forget that Mkhitaryan had the most assists in the Bundesliga the season before he went to Old Trafford. Arsene Wenger has a great affinity with the German league and I am sure a personal discussion with Wenger will have swung it for Mkhitaryan to join Arsenal. The big question is where Arsenal play him. He could play off the left, off the front or in a more central role. Thursday, January 18, 2018. Alexis Sanchez arrived for Arsenal training despite intense Man United speculation. 1500, Adidas store on Oxford Street is already printing Alexis 7 shirts. A shopper snapped the Manchester United shirts being printed today. Sanchez is expected to sign the deal to join United either today or tomorrow. And it looks like Red Devils fans can already get their hands on a new shirt with the Chilean's name on the back. Sanchez spotted at training ground. 1430, Alexis Sanchez has been spotted arriving at Arsenal's training ground. Arsenal are expected to offload Sanchez on Manchester United within the next 24 hours. Sanchez has agreed terms with United but is yet to head to Manchester to complete the deal. And the Chilean acted like it was business as usual when rocking up at Arsenal's training centre today. 1400, Arsenal are holding up Alexis Sanchez moved to Manchester United after making a fresh demand. Arsenal and United were thought to have agreed a straight swap deal for Sanchez, with Henrik Mkhitaryan going in the opposite direction. But the Evening Standard claim Arsenal now want £10 million plus Mkhitaryan before they accept the switch. Arsenal know that Mkhitaryan's proposed wages will be higher than what they currently pay Sanchez and supposedly don't want to be left financially worse off from where they are now. Cristiano Ronaldo latest 1300, Zinedine Zidane insists Cristiano Ronaldo will not leave Real Madrid as Manchester United are the former star. Discussing the Portugal international, Zidane said, I cannot imagine Cristiano going anywhere else. He is at his club, where he should be. Everyone loves him here. I do not want to talk about his contract. What I'm most interested in is matters on the pitch. That is what I talk to Cristiano about. Everything else he manages himself. It is not my business. When I had difficult moments as a player I just kept working hard and thinking the team would do good things soon. Wenger on Sanchez wages. 12 o'clock. Arsene Wenger was asked about Manchester United's plan to pay Alexis Sanchez £500,000 a week. I would like to come out on the numbers. That's a United problem, he said. I respect United because they generate the money they pay by their own resources. United is a club very well managed financially and of course on the pitch, so that's why I don't have any problem with the money they pay. Arsene Wenger has opened up about Alexis Sanchez move to Man United. 11 o'clock. Manchester United have missed out on a deal for Alexis Sanchez too. South League outfit AFC Tottenham. At least that's what the English 8th-tier side have jokingly claimed on Twitter, signing, it's true, we've signed Alexis Sanchez from Arsenal, fending off interest from Manchester United, they said, alongside a Photoshop image of the Arsenal star in a Tottenham shirt. Sanchez, in reality, looks set to sign for United, with Old Trafford outcast Henrik Mkhitaryan going in the opposite direction. Sanchez transfer deadline for debut 10 o'clock. Manchester United face a race against the clock if they want Alexis Sanchez to make his debut against Burnley on Saturday. United and Arsenal are close to agreeing a deal for Sanchez, which will see Henrik Mkhitaryan head in the opposite direction. Express Sport understands Sanchez will sign a £500,000 a week contract at Old Trafford. But United need to get the deal done before 12 noon on Friday to ensure Sanchez can play at Turf Moor. That means the transfer could be accelerated today if Mkhitaryan's demands can be met. Man United are closing in on a deal for Alexis Sanchez 9 o'clock. More on Alexis Sanchez. Express Sport understands the Chilean has agreed a staggering £500,000 a week contract at Manchester United. That will make him one of the world's highest paid players. Sanchez is now waiting on United and Arsenal to come to an agreement on the transfer. He also likely needs Henrik Mkhitaryan's acceptance to move the other way. It is understood Mkhitaryan is playing hardball over the deal, but all parties expect the move to eventually be confirmed. You can follow all the latest updates on Sanchez right here. Manchester Airport confirms Sanchez wait 8 o'clock. Manchester Airport have confirmed they're ready and waiting for Alexis Sanchez to jet into town. Manchester Airport have cheekily revealed they are on red alert for when Sanchez flies up to the northwest. A United fan tweeted, "Can you please announce at Alexis Sanchez to @ManUTD@Man Airport," and the airport's verified Twitter account replied, "We've got our eyes peeled, sick winking emoji." Getty. Alexis Sanchez is on the verge of signing for Manchester United. Wednesday, January 17, 2018. Fans are urging Manchester United to announce the signing of Alexis Sanchez 7 o'clock. Man United are ready to ramp up their efforts to sign Cristiano Ronaldo, it is being reported. Reports coming out of Spain suggest United are willing to smash the world transfer fee to bring the Portugal international back to where his career kicked into gear. Journalist José Luis Sanchez told El Chiringuito TV that Man United are willing to invest €400,352 million in the deal. Sanchez said, "United are ready to invest to sign Cristiano for €400 million and they have put the machinery on March." Mkhitaryan shock. 6 o'clock. Henrik Mkhitaryan's potential move to Arsenal could now be at risk of falling through. It looks as though Atletico Madrid are ready to pounce should the Armenia international have second thoughts about moving to the Emirates. That's according to El Gol Digital, who claimed the La Liga side are willing to rescue Mkhitaryan from Old Trafford. But the report goes on to say he would be offered a wage lower than he currently earns at United.